So we're at midcourt, about ready to go. That's Lexi Jackson jumping it up for UNC-Wilmington. She was the first to touch, but it goes to North Carolina and Deja Kelly. Quick pass to Eva Hodgson. They'll run the offense. There's Kennedy Todd-Williams. Back to Hodgson, using a high screen. Todd-Williams, who's really caught fire from distance. Here she is with her first of the night, and it's in.
You were saying, really has improved her game from deep, from her freshman year to where she is now as a junior, a completely different player. She's slowly bringing that entire package together, though.
44% from three-point range entering tonight. North Carolina on the board first. Seahawks try it down low. Lexi Jackson sails it over, and it's back to the Tar Heels.
And we talked with Coach Martin for UNCW prior to this game. Talked about what are you looking for from your team? So many injuries. How do you get players to buy in? How do you improve? And she said for us, it's not necessarily the result when you get down on the offensive side of the court, but we want to get a good look. The shots will fall eventually. We want to make sure everybody is in the right spot, where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be. And on the first possession, they got the ball down on the block and they got a good look.
Brittany Range has been thrust into this point guard position for UNC-Wilmington. Goes underneath, they kick it back out, and an open three for Carrie Gross goes in. The graduate transfer from Xavier in her second season with the Seahawks.
They got it down low to Jackson, mismatch, kick it out to the open shooter. Really easy there for Carolina.
Range outside, Gross swings it all the way over. There's a long two from the baseline that shakes out. Offensive board, a second chance, not there for the Seahawks.
Nice job to keep that alive by Jackson. Got to finish those close ones.
Alyssa Ustby goes coast to coast and has it knocked away. Tina Martin for UNC-Wilmington, a long track record, over 30 years in the coaching business. Spent a long time as a head coach at Delaware. Led the Blue Hens to the NCAA tournament, trying to make that for the first time with UNC-Wilmington.
Trying to change the culture to have three players that you expect to be starters go down right away. That really is going to put you behind the eight ball, but she had so many good things to say about this roster and the girls that are out there playing for them.
Jade Gamble ties it up with the lay-in. Sophomore for UNCW. She actually made her collegiate debut early in the season at Cameron Indoor Stadium against Duke last year. Open look from three, and Deja Kelly cashes in.
It'll start to fall, and it looked real nice rotation off the fingers there.
There's Range, a catch and shoot. It clangs off and then kicks back out. Hodgson goes underneath. Here's Alyssa Ustby. Pull up, and that drops in.
I'm a little bit surprised out of the gate. UNC-Wilmington playing man-to-man. Carolina expected a lot of zone. That's not what they've gotten so far.
Gamble a crossover. Wow, what a basket.
Really nice take.
Todd-Williams fakes left, drives right. Offensive rebound, put back unsuccessful. Range goes underneath, Gross again. Can't put it in off the window. Ustby, a big rebound, looking ahead. Kelly misses the three. And Ustby with a foot out of bounds as she tried to save it. Coach Martin said that's the first time she played point guard in her life. Goes underneath, Micah Hoggett. Puts it off the back of the iron, and the board and the putback is there. Pass back from Hodgson. Ustby out to Todd-Williams, hesitates. Puts it short.
Many second chance points, and they've actually out-rebounded the Tar Heels so far.
Seahawks got the switch, but pass is overthrown and out of bounds. It'll be Tar Heels basketball. A bit of a surprising start. Just a 1-point lead for the number 8 North Carolina Tar Heels.
Need more. I told you to trap ball screens. We're not doing that. Eva Hodgson adding, there's no reason they should be in this with us right now. Dig in.
Deja Kelly drives. Thanks, Maryland, for that from the start.
Between the injuries and the talent gap that you have, and that's what Courtney is so upset about.
Gross, after a dribble, falling away, puts it off back iron, and it's boarded by Tiani Key. Kelly with a full head of steam. Ustby spins and goes left and banks it in from short distance. Defensive rebound, a missed layup by Kelly, but Ustby there on the follow.
Nothing for Carolina. That's something they'll work on.
Gross out for Gamble. One-handed pass. Range from the corner.
Do that and then switching off to get that block there.
Inbound goes to Todd-Williams. Adams out. KTW again. Maryland, what do you have?
As you might expect, Tina Martin emphasizing one thing defensively. We've got to get a hand up on Kennedy Todd-Williams. She's hit a couple threes already, and she's the difference in this game. But Martin telling her team overall, not a bad job. Not a bad job, girls.
Range going down low. Jackson. Back underneath. Hoggett spins, falling away, and it rolls in. Deja Kelly hustles across the court. Adams fakes, drives, and spins it through. Range into the double team, slips the pass to Miller, who puts it off front side. Adams, after the rebound, a long toss to...
Got a bunch of them from Holly Springs, so it's got to be really special for her to be able to play here in a place that, you know, Holly Springs, 20 minutes away. I'm sure she watched some games growing up here.
Yeah, she's not too far from home in Wilmington, but with the trip inland, gets to be a little bit closer to home. Easy trip for the family to come watch her play. Seahawks go to the elbow. Some hesitation, a pull up, Micah Hoggett.
The first quarter, how Tina Martin told us, not necessarily shots falling. We would just want to make sure we're getting the good look. And I think she's got to be really happy with the looks they've gotten so far in this game.
Let's go back down to Maryland Payne.
Jade Gamble defending right there, called for the foul.
Was when she told us, I may actually have to tell her to bring it down a little bit, because she can.
She must have known that Jade was going to have a lot of family here, right? I mean, this is...
You're kind of forced to pick, especially if you're in this area, Holly Springs in the triangle. You got to pick Duke, Carolina, or State.
Paris following the steal, takes it her...
5.5 players deep. Hodgson, who's now the starting point guard, really the only bench player for you.
Irma Levashute back in for UNC-Wilmington as well. They go to Jackson in the post, something they only had 7 of at Indiana. Hodgson thought about a take on another 3. Instead, goes to pick and roll. Lost her handle, has to go back out to Key.
Seahawks have done a good job of having busy hands, making it really difficult for Carolina to get into the paint cleanly.
Ustby with the drop. Minutes diminished slightly because of it. And Ustby has bounced back in this one. There she is again, coming away with it. Todd-Williams on the look ahead. Too strong on the layup.
They just had to stick with whoever they had out on the court. You're not having a good game, creates better players.
Todd-Williams, 67%. And North Carolina with a 12-point lead, which is their largest of the evening. Range around the perimeter. That's McCall King, the freshman, just checked in. And the inlet pass knocked away. Jackson comes up with it and banks it in. Window to shoot for King. Underneath, baseline drive, and it's swatted away by Anya Poole. She led the team in blocks a season ago. Now Key fouled as she goes up, and she'll go to the line. 2 shots for Key.
To be really special when her time is done here. First time playing this year for Carolina, even though she was prior to this season, since she had seen the court and played, because the year before she was in high school and lost it to COVID.
Paris with the steal. Bumped as she tries the layup.
Did a good job keeping his balance.
Paris to the line, rips the bottom of it with this program. That's a freshman that just hit that free throw.
For as much veteran leadership as there is on this Carolina team, with all 5 starters being at least juniors, they got a lot of youth too that is really talented. Oh, it got a lot better, too, with another top 5 recruiting class coming in next year, most recently signed.
And a push. She's had some success in her career here within the state of North Carolina. She's back on February 1st of 2020. Ustby drives out. Todd-Williams for 3. Skips over. Ustby there with an easy board. And we are underway here in the third quarter. As North Carolina up by 13. Begins with possession underneath. Ustby turns quickly and Carrie Gross tipped away. Ustby, a run up and an easy lay-in for 2 more. Spins away from Kelly. Gross goes underneath. Jackson fouled as she went up and got the roll to complete the 3-point play. First free throw of the day for her. She buries it. Just the 3rd on the day for UNC-Wilmington. They're 3 of 3 from the stripe. Kelly bumped as she banks it in. And ricochets off the back of the rim. Gross drives out. Miller's 3. Thuds off. Kelly with a full head of steam in the rebound. Back out. Hodgson fires. It falls. Her first make from deep.
Came in with a reputation of being one of the most efficient 3-point shooters in the country. She's evolved to being a leader on this Carolina team, but don't leave her open.
Coming into today, Eva Hodgson, 47% from 3. A remarkable number. Gross navigating through the lane, floats it through. A look ahead, Kennedy Todd-Williams, an easy layup for Deja Kelly across the timeline for the Heels. Quickly goes high post. Back out to Kelly, uses a screen. Floats it with her right while falling away. 21-point lead for North Carolina, and one that drops in the full tenure.
Yeah, from what I remember, I think there were coach and player interviews, and Courtney gave the players that she thought
would. Miller zips it down low. And that rattles through for Jade. Gets to the elbow. Puts it off back of the rim. Gets her own rebound. Foot on the line. Todd-Williams. Thought about a jumper. Out. Evan Miller. Splits defenders and can't hit the floater. A look ahead for Ustby. Zips it out. Hodgson's 3 is in. She's 2 for 4 today, nearing 50% for the season from 3-point range. UNC-Wilmington again looking for Jackson underneath. Gamble falling away. Wow, high glass. Little dummy screen for Jackson. Catches. Kicks out to the corner. Irma Lebashute can't hit the 3, but the follow.
The only thing I would have changed is dump that ball off to Paris for the layup. The defender was on you. She had an open lane to the basket.
Ustby, quick trigger on the mid. You give and take what a player like Adams in her aggressiveness will give you. She commits the foul, over aggressive on the block out.
Exactly. Just got to find that happy medium, that's all.
Gamble a step back and it rolls through. Foot gives it back to North Carolina. Both of these teams, Kyle, in pretty severe scoring droughts. We've been at 55-39 for 3.5 minutes now.
Yeah, over 4 minutes for Carolina and a little over 3 for UNCW.
Alexandra Zelaya goes to the free throw line for the first time today. Make it 2 of 4. Gross leaning back, can't hit. Offensive rebound, and the putback been a little clunky offensively, Kyle. As there's another steal for Destiny Adams. North Carolina doesn't have numbers, and Adams is fouled. Quite the effort for the plucky Seahawks.
And I think when you're building a program in the situation until the closing whistle, and with 3:42 left, I think Tina Martin can answer that as a yes so far. It will go away. You have to get some treatment, but in that moment, you think, oh my goodness, is my foot even attached anymore?
And one, Destiny Adams. Third personal on Lexi Jackson of UNC-Wilmington, and there you go. The lead has been as great as 21. Gross, a pro hop, and fouled as she got both feet on the ground. 40 minutes at Indiana. And Bankhart told us to go the distance for games.
Especially with those two, you get into postseason tight matchup, you want your best ball handlers on the court, and those are 1 and 2.
Best distributors, both Hodgson and Kelly. Destiny Adams makes.
There's a lot that I think UNCW is going to take away from this game as positives. When they go back and they track all of those stats and all of those plays that they're keeping track of, who's hustling, getting on the floor, getting an open look. There's going to be more positives than negatives from this one. Ultimately, though, if you're Carolina, you got the win. You got to be happy.
Anya Poole flies in for the rebound and the cleanup. And at 22 points, the lead, the largest it's been all night for North Carolina with under 10 seconds. Seahawks dribble it out. Jackson, a half-hearted attempt from the elbow. And we go final, a 22-point victory for North Carolina.